Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today's video we're going to be having a look at the Star Wars, I don't know whether it's part of the 30th anniversary, but it's part of, as you can see on the card back, the Saga Legends pit droids. And the reason obviously I wanted to look at these, I suppose the pit droids specifically, these were I think originally in Phantom Menace for the podracer scenes, but have made much more of a comeback recently in the Mandalorian and in the Book of Boba Fett, where you actually see a number of the pit droids working at the different docking bays. So yeah, the actual card back here, I really sort of like this line. I mean, this card's a little bit scruffy, so there's no problem opening up and looking at these figures. But it does obviously come with the sort of the one accessory in terms of sort of the, I suppose you can class it as a workbox really, with essentially tools in that, and of course you do have the exclusive the collection coin, which we will also have a look at. But quite a nice looking front of the card, and the droids look pretty good. The actual colouring and I think the articulation of them is not so good, but we'll have a look at that. The back of the card itself, now you can see there, apologies on the lighting here, I've got the natural light behind me, but again these are really nice because it shows you a couple of the pit droids in action, and it tells you a little bit more about them in the detail here. It says pit droids help repair and maintain pod racers with zealous efficiency. Small yet incredibly strong, pit droids often dash onto the racetrack before the vehicles have stopped, risking their mechanical lives in their eagerness to work. And then it does obviously give you a little bit more information about the character profile, the model of it, the status, weapons. Obviously not really applicable for these and their sort of characteristic. And the other really nice thing in these, which it does obviously highlight, is the other figures that were actually available in this particular line, and just a small amount of legal information at the bottom. Hasbro, please take note, because on the modern TVC cards that we get, there's probably half the card is taken up with all of that. Is that completely necessary? You know, let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, I mean, I love the pit droids because my whole idea, just flip that back round, again, is to do a diorama. Actually, I'm going to hopefully at some stage get the well, I think in obviously Star Wars it's the docking bay 94, I believe, and then I think actually in the Mandalorian, I believe, please somebody correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think they actually say it's like there's a docking bay 35, which where you see these droids. So anyway, without further ado, let's get these out of the card and have a look at the figures themselves. Okay, so here are the figures out of the packaging. I wanted to put them on the spinner to actually show you that, but trying to pose these droids as actually these pit droids has been a bit of a nightmare, really. Very difficult to pose. I mean, in terms of articulation, these are, I think they're just the 5 points of articulation. So if we bring that camera in, what it does have some really nice articulation in terms of the sort of the head of the droid. But in terms of the actual arms, they literally move up and down. No articulation at the elbows, and the legs literally just move up and down. So quite limited in terms of the actual articulation of the droids, the pit droids themselves. However, again, certainly for myself, the whole idea of me picking this setup was to, God, I'm not even going to get that to be able to stand now properly. Try and lean it against there, was to actually do a diorama down the line, and have these pit droids accessible in there. So yeah, I mean, limited articulation on these guys. But again, I think, as I've mentioned in other videos, a lot of these droids are sort of quite background character, and these would work really, really nicely in a diorama, whether you're putting them on Mos Eisley or anywhere. And certainly if you are going to do a docking bay display of any description, or even around any vehicles really, these will look really, really nice. So I've just got the 2 droids there, stood against the toolbox. The set itself also came with this, I'll try and bring this in, this nice coin from episode 1. Not quite sure why it came with this coin, because you've got Maul, Kenobi and Qui-Gon there. I think some of the other, and that's just a Phantom Menace. Sorry, it's not going to focus. Is it upside down? Yeah, there you go. But yeah, I think some of the other sort of figures in this line, actually, the coins were far more specific to the actual characters themselves. But at the end of the day, you know, I love droids. I love all of these types of background characters. And as I said, what I hope to do down the line is put these in a nice diorama. But I'm actually quite happy with that set. I do believe there have been a number of these different types of sets released. But yeah, from the point of view of this being the pit droids from the Saga Legends 30th anniversary line, I'm quite happy with them. And as I said, I think they look quite nice. Yes, articulation limited, but it does come with a quite nice accessory of the toolbox. So again, if you like making sort of dioramas or scenes, more importantly, these are obviously some really nice background characters. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments section below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. Thanks. Bye.